Merlin, network magic with Docker. So I encourage you to watch the previous video about in an introduction to Docker and how I plan on using Docker to containerize Merlin, my app, and the advantages of that and how it breaks us free of this Linux barrier where you can run the container in any environment, anywhere, as almost like a CD-ROM image of my code and the supporting Python and an SSH client and the PyATS framework and libraries. So now let's actually build this together, and I'll try to go slow, and I'm not going to make any assumptions, and I'm also not professing to be an expert in this yet. So let's start with the Python, and we'll do learned ACL. So this is a standard Python code, and what I'm doing is I'm connecting to devices in a test bed, and in this case, in my test bed, I just have the Nexus 9K device in my test bed. So I'm connecting to that device with SSH, and then I'm going to learn the ACLs, and I feed this ACL into my general functionalities Python, which is a learn function. So I do device.learn and then the function name that I've passed in this case, ACL. From there, what I'm going to do now is print it on the screen, and I'll show you the advantage of doing that and why I've decided to do that suddenly. And that'll be the JSON. That will be the raw JavaScript object notation. And then I'm going to create my 3 or 4 or 5 business-ready documents. My JSON file, what gets printed to the screen as a raw JSON file, the YAML version of that file, and then 3 files in a loop, my CSV, my Markdown, and my HTML. So that is, I can run that with a PyATS job. I have the command here, You need to run this command after you've installed Python, set up a virtual environment, installed PyATS, Forget all of that. Now you can just run the container in theory. So how do we build it? Where's the Docker connection? Well, for learned ACL, I have in a folder called Docker, learned ACL, what's called as a Docker file. And I explored this in the previous video, but for this particular Docker file, I want to come from Ubuntu, update Ubuntu, install Python 3, automatically answer yes to the prompt, install pip for Python 3, install my OpenSSH client, install PyATS full, fix up PyATS with this mark save pip uninstall install rich to colorize the ASCII, and then bring in the folders, bring in everything needed for my PyATS code. The output folder where I want to store those business ready documents, learned ACL, copy the folder structure in, copy in the Jinja 2 template, this learned ACL, all of this Jinja 2 templating that we do that renders the business ready documents, copy them in locally, copy in the test bed, and then copy in all of the Python code. Now, these next 2 lines, if I didn't have them, this would be ready to go, and I could shell into this Docker image in the container and run any PyATS commands, and I would have a test bed in there and a folder. I could do anything I want in there, and it would get destroyed when I log out of the shell. Well, I want to make an entry point, meaning go ahead and run PyATS run job, the ACL job, that Python file we started with, and then the testbed file. And then here I have a command that you can override with your own testbed if you want to run this learned ACL against your testbed. So this will all spin up as a CD-ROM. Now how do we build this? I could build this singular image from the Docker file alone with a docker build command. But as you see, I want to chain together build multiple images. So I'm going to use Docker Compose and set up my services, version 3.8 of Docker Compose, services, and then my service here, learned ACL. Now the image that I want to build is my name, my my DockerHub identity, my DockerHub repo, and the tag I want to give this image, learned ACL. To build it, build from this Docker file, the one we just explored, and start in the context of root. So now I'm going to show you here, this is Docker desktop, and I don't have any containers, I don't have any images locally or remotely. I've deleted everything. Now this remote repository truly connects with the cloud DockerHub, and as you can see, I don't have any images in this repository. I flushed it out for this demo. Partly because of how easy all of this is, I don't mind starting from scratch. So let's go ahead and run the Docker Compose. I've commented out the other three. We're going to start with learned ACL. So now let me make sure the VPN is up. And the VPN is up, and we're going to say we're in the folder. And all I have to say is Docker Compose, and I'm tabbing that out, up. Now, it's, see right here, building learned ACL, my service that I've told it to compose. And it's, some of this is going to be cached, so it's going to be pretty quick, but it's loading, right? And now, bang, I've built it, and now it runs it. It brings up the container, because we said Docker Compose up. There's, right, and it is all done. And it exited with a code of 0. And everything is blue here. This is incredible. So there is the printed screen output. And I'll show you again why I'm doing that. And inside of the folders, I have my business ready documents. But just to bring it up to the top here, hopefully it didn't, yeah, it's a lot of JSON. Do I get all of it? I just want to see, yeah, here we go. Okay, so it's cached. Docker uses a concept of caching, and nothing has been changed in any of these instruction sets since it was last built. But it exports to an image, it exports the layers, it writes the image with, stamps it with a SHA value, a SHA-256 value, and it gives the name, right, Docker.io, John Capobianco, Merlin, learned ACL. Then this is that PyATS job that's been kicked off. So now what? Well, now this is really exciting. Let's go to the Docker desktop now. And if I go to images locally, you can see that I have one that's in use. And there's the, right, the repo and my identity and my tag about an hour ago is when I first did it. But if I go to my containers, my apps, I can expand Merlin desktop, and there it is. And I can come in here and check it out. And that's why, partly why I'm printing the JSON, to make it easy. Now, in one button, in one click, I want to go get that ACL information. Well, I'm going to just run it. And it's going to run and connect to the cloud, run the, right? It just does it. In almost no time, it feels like. Now, what are the stats? Yeah, I need to have a container started. Okay, so let's, there's the path to the environment. Now, let's just destroy this. All right, I want to show you something really neat, really neat. So that's stopped running. It's not running anymore. Now, can I connect using volumes? Right, I can say run, and let's give this a new container. Optional settings, we're going to call this, right, Nexus learned ACL. And now I'm going to connect it to my local, and let's say, right, Nexus from Docker Nexus. All right, let's make a new folder here called learned ACL. So in this, right, and this is local, C, automate your network, from Docker, Nexus, learned ACL, select folder. And now to find the path that I want to link it to, I'm going to go into my Docker, learned ACL Docker file. Well, here is the folder structure. So let's go tell that the container path, and let's run this, and then let's take a look at it. Yeah, don't show that again, file sharing. So now it's running. And ideally, it's going to link the folder inside of it where the job output files are into my local Windows desktop. So let's check it out, right? So I'm going to go right the long way, C, automate your network, from Docker, Nexus, learned ACL. There are the files. And I can go into the JSON file, and there, or the, excuse me, the HTML file, and it renders right in my browser. That is just incredible, right? And I have the CSV file. I could maybe connect this into my OneDrive and have the cloud CSV reader. We can try that with another set of data. So I'm going to stop the video here to make the video small, but we're going to build on this. We're going to build all of the rest of those commands, and I'm going to flush this. Well, actually, before I quit, the concept of remote repositories. So let me finish the video. I was going to wrap it up, but there's a little bit more to say. I can push this to the hub right from here. All right, I can send that image into my hub, and it will be in my remote repository, and it will show up here in Merlin. But I believe there might be a better way, and there certainly is a better way, known as continuous integration. So let's set up our continuous integration. So I'm in a branch in GitHub called development, and I'll show you that here in VS Code. It says development. All right. And I have 5 changes, and I'm going to push those in for now to trigger this build in the cloud. So my changes are adding that print, and I'm just going to double check that everything is good here. Right, all I've done is added the print statement, and I've commented those out in the compose file. So before I do my pull request, let's set up automated builds. Right, and I have some recent builds, but I don't have any automated builds set up. I flushed this out to start fresh. So let's configure automated builds, and it's my automate your network repository and my Merlin Docker Nexus repository. I'm not going to do any auto testing or repository links right now. What I'm going to do is set up build rules. And don't let this trip you up. And if anybody from DockerHub or Docker sees this, could you maybe turn this into main as the default instead of master? You're using legacy nomenclature here. And as someone new, I didn't even check that. I didn't register that it's not called main, it's called, or master, it's called main in GitHub. So that tripped me up on my first build. Everything else looked okay, and I didn't even think of that. So make sure that's main, everyone. And now my Docker tag, I don't want to get this wrong, so let's make sure that we get the right Docker tag from our compose file, is going to be learned ACL. Right, so that's my tag. And then my file location, I have to be careful here, is in, right, let me try to stagger these so I get this correct, is in Docker learned ACL Docker file. Right, so that's what I have to point to here, is /docker/ learned ACL / Docker file. Make sure you specify the file here. I made another mistake where I just put the folder. You have to pick the file. The build context is root. I'd like to auto build and build cache. Now I could just save and build right now, but I'd like this to trigger on a pull request. Right? So the build triggers is something different. That could be, we're going to inspect that in a minute. Later, not in a minute. And in the next video, we're going to do some more advanced stuff with triggers. So let's save this. And now I have configured an automated build for learned ACL. And I could trigger it here. But I'm going to trigger it right here, like it says, every git push into your source code, which we've just connected. So let's do that. We're going to check this in and say added printed output. And then we're also going to say commented out, just like that. And now here we're going to push that in. And now we're going to go back to GitHub. And I should have a notice that there's a new pull request. There it is. So we're going to do this. And I'm going to say this will trigger an automated build downstream in DockerHub. Create the pull request. It's going to do its checks and make sure there's no merge conflict, and then we're going to merge our pull request confirm merge. Now let's quickly hop over here to DockerHub and see what happens here. So let me refresh the screen. And we can see here recent builds. And we can see here we have one pending. So here's our build, and this is really neat. The logs aren't available yet. It doesn't know the Docker file yet. The README is connected though, but it's in a pending state. So I'm not going to wait here forever. This will move into like a processing state and then a successful state. I'll come back at the successful state. Hang tight. Okay, we're back, and we can jump right into the state of this build, and it was successful. Hey, look at that. So it was created 18 minutes ago. Let me refresh my page. This is probably stale. It was created an hour ago, and it finished, in 8 minutes to build. And it was from this GitHub source, and I can take this to a new link, and it takes me to the source code. Isn't that cool? And then there's my build log. And we can, if we stop and look, we can see, I don't know, where's the actual commands here, right? Suggested packages. Here, app get install Python 3 with the -y. So it grabs Python 3 and packages it all up and installs it inside of this container image. And then towards the bottom, right, we don't have to go through all of it. Towards the bottom, I start to copy in my Pythonic code and my instruction set, my testbed file, my job files, my ASCII code, all of that stuff here, right? So here I've pip installed PyATS, right? That's what all this is the PyATS. And then I remove marksafe and put the new marksafe in. And then I install rich. And then here I'm copying in my stuff. So now it's done and it's built. Remember, I did all this cloud side, and I have my Docker file that it was built from. Now that was all from my builds. If I go back to builds, right, learned ACL, main, success, and then here was my successful build. It sat in the queue for a minute. It took 8 minutes to build, and it was successful an hour ago. I could trigger it here and rebuild it. And the other thing I want to point out is now in DockerHub, if I refresh my remote repositories, there is learned ACL. It's connected directly to me in my remote repositories. I didn't have to push it up here through my poor DSL connection. In my case, the more advantages is that we're using GitOps to just trigger things through pull requests. So now that I have it, I can go into the remote repository here. I don't have any containers running. Let's go to the remote repository, and what I can do is pull it. And since it's the same, let's run it locally. Right, we've already seen this, and I attach it. But if I just hit run now, and I'm not going to do all this host path stuff, but I can just run it now, or pull it from the cloud, and run that learned ACL command. So what am I going to do next? Well, next I'm going to add in all of my other learned functions, right? I have 3 commented out. I'm going to add those into the repo and then just go command by command and build little tags, little images into the repository. I will be on the internet, on Twitter, and my Discord channel doing live development if you'd like to join me or check this out. And thanks for joining me. I think this is a whole new wave, right? Wave 2 of infrastructure automation using containers. Thanks again. We'll see you soon and stay safe.